6 passive income ideas based on, firstly, how hard it is to get started, and secondly, how hard it is to maintain them and make money from it. So whether you're working a 9 to 5 and starting to look for passive income on the side, or you're looking to start a side hustle directly that you can scale, this will give you some ideas on different things you can explore. Later on, I will share with you my sources of passive income, so stay tuned and enjoy. Hey everybody, my name is Dennis Riosa. I'm an economist and a former financial consultant. If you're new here, please do subscribe and click on the notification button so you can stay updated on all the videos that I will post about finance, about strategy, business, and personal finances. So let's get right to business. First way you can make passive income is through real estate, and there are two main ways you can do this. The first one is by buying physical property and making money through rental income. For this, the barriers to entry are quite high, as you need money for a down payment, you need a good credit score, and then you need to source the property and find a good tenant. So in terms of getting started, this one is quite difficult to start with. And in terms of maintenance, you can choose how passive you want this one to be. So if you want to manage your properties yourself, it will cost you your time. Or if you want to hire someone or give it to a property manager to handle it, it will cost you money. So basically you have to choose between investing part of your time or lowering your margins. The second way you can make money through rental income without actually needing a deposit or managing the property is to invest in a real estate investment trust, a REIT. A REIT is essentially a company that invests in different types of properties. They could be hotels, warehouses, shopping centers, and so on and so on. And then it rents those properties out, and from the rental income it receives, the trust is legally required to pay 90% of that income to its shareholders in the form of dividends, and that would be you. So in terms of getting started and investing in a REIT, it is far easier to do, and you could buy publicly traded REITs through a brokerage account like you would any other stock. In terms of maintenance and how much you can make, well, it's a bit better than owning directly a property because you don't have the hustle of direct ownership, but you do need to invest a fair amount of money to make a decent return because you're not relying on any leverage. So if you, for example, choose a REIT that invests in properties around Europe, it can offer a 3.4% return. So to be able to make the equivalent of around $140 a month, you would need to invest about $50,000 of your own money. But because these REITs generally have long leases with blue chip tenants, the rental income you can make is relatively more reliable in various market conditions. Passive income number 2 is being a content creator. Although this is not really passive, let me explain. To make this passive income stream, you need to think about content creation as an entrepreneur. So on one side, you can love creating content, and if you don't think about it as a business, it is just a hobby. Whereas if you do solely focus on the business side of it, you're going to burn out before even making it into a passive income stream. So you want to tie both of these aspects together for a platform like YouTube, for instance. In terms of getting started, anyone could do it. You literally need a phone and an internet connection. To make this hobby into a passive income stream is actually how long you can keep this up for without even seeing any returns. And this is where the entrepreneurial side comes in, setting up the process, hiring, outsourcing, so that you can concentrate on producing quality content for as long as possible. I, for instance, have yet to monetize this channel. However, I love doing it. I love sharing this content with you guys. I love sharing my experiences with you guys. So I will keep doing it and I will try to improve each time. Nevertheless, at a certain point, it becomes a passive income stream because once you are monetized and people watch your older videos, for instance, you do get revenue through AdSense on those videos that you have already created. But the hardest part of this income stream is putting in the time and staying consistent. So in terms of maintenance, this one is pretty hard. But if you get through that initial phase, you can make a lot of money. I'm assuming, I mean, people are saying that you can make a lot of money through YouTube. Number 3 is creating an online course. I'm a big fan of this because firstly, as a consumer, it gives you so much access to information that you wouldn't otherwise have. And from passive income point of view, it's a great place to make scalable income. So with this source, it's not hard to get started. What's hard is to identify what value you can bring and what you can teach other people that they're willing to pay for it. Once you've got that out, it's about creating a class and putting it on a platform like Skillshare or Udemy, which doesn't really require much in terms of maintenance at all. Of course, you need to update your content, but that's pretty much it. Or you can host it on your own website and make sure you're driving traffic to it. So maintaining such a stream of passive income shouldn't be that hard as long as you keep your content updated and obviously interesting. Otherwise, nobody will pay for it and nobody will watch it. The 4th way to make passive income, and this is the truest form of passive income out there, and it is through dividend investing. So the way to think about this is when you buy a share of a company, you now own a little piece of that company. And so the company is using your money to generate profits. It is extremely simple to get started as long as you have some capital to invest and a brokerage account. However, buying individual stocks for the dividends requires a lot of research. If you don't want to spend a lot of time reading through all the financial statements and the accounts, then a better way to make passive income through dividends is by investing in index funds. ETFs tend to be considered less risky than individual stocks because with them you're diversifying your exposure. So instead of being focused on one company and its dividends, you now have little pieces of a lot of different companies that will pay dividends. Maintaining this passive income stream is somewhat complicated because although you don't really need to do anything with your investment index fund to really reap the benefits, you do need to keep investing and also reinvest the dividends to buy more shares of those index funds or individual stocks. Now, the 5th way to make passive income is through selling digital products, and this will include ebooks, downloadables, presets, website themes, and so on and so on. Here, once you get started and you create the product, it naturally becomes passive after that. We all think that we have to create something revolutionary to make a lot of money, but the idea may just come from what we do day to day. It doesn't have to be revolutionary. Most of us go to our jobs and we seem to be experts in our field, but we never think to turn what we know into a book, for instance. And that's exactly what creating and selling a digital product is. To start this passive source of income, you don't really need any money. But the harder part, again, is to actually find the idea that people are willing to pay for. In terms of maintenance and being able to make money from it, it's dubious. One, because you can either put what you created on sites like Etsy and people can search for it, or you can spend more time creating an audience and creating content and use that to boost yourself even further. But the most important thing is being able to provide something valuable that other people are willing to pay for. And now the 6th passive income method is affiliate marketing. So this is when you promote someone else's goods or services and get a commission or a small percentage for doing so. According to an article online, the national average amount an affiliate makes is $55,000 per year. How easy is it? Well, anyone can sign up and join the affiliate program that takes literally 5 minutes to do. It's easy to get started. The hard part here is actually driving traffic. You will see the results a long way down the road because before you can actually reap the benefits, you need to build an audience, and this takes a lot of time. Once you get started and actually start to see some results, you must maintain this source of income, which kind of deviates from the meaning of passive. So those are some passive income streams to give you some ideas. If you have done any of these already, I'm curious to know what your experience was and if you would recommend them yourself. Or maybe you have other passive income streams that have already worked out for you, and I would love to hear about that. And since you have stuck all the way to the end, as I promised, it's time for my passive income sources. So let me just say that I like to keep things simple and clean. So my passive income streams as of right now are mainly concentrated in real estate and dividends. I would say that about 40% of my passive income is generated through rental properties and 60% of it is through dividends. Bear in mind that these are the two main sources of passive income. The other ones are so relatively small that it doesn't make sense to mention them. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. By the way, if you do want to see my other video on the habits that are keeping you poor, so bad money habits, I will leave the link below in the description, or you can easily click on this banner. So check it out and let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.